I'm going to let you guys know that the S&P 500, when we take a look at it, you can obviously see we have had some weakness. Ever since July, we have been falling, we have been falling, and we have been falling. A lot of people have been using this saying. The S&P 500 is basically you walk up the stairs and you jump out the window. You walk up the stairs and you jump out the window. That's basically how the pattern has been. Hey, let's walk up a little bit. Let's jump completely out the window and just nosedive to the ground. Then, okay, let's get up, walk up the stairs a little bit, and nosedive back on down. So every single time we have seen a good solid drop, it has led to a nice solid climb. The climb just hasn't been as big as how big the drops have been. But that doesn't mean a drop is not coming. So the thing is, if we take a screenshot over on the S&P 500 right here at this moment, we can see that we do have these very nice drops, but then we also do have this very nice climb. But after we have that, we have this very steep drop. And then guess what happens? We do have this very solid climb. And now guess what happens? We have this very steep drop. Ladies and gentlemen, what do you think is going to be coming up in the near future? Well, if it's me, I'm going to assume that we're going to have a very solid climb. I'm not saying that we are going to go all the way back to 460 today. I'm not saying we're going to have 460 by next week. I'm not saying that we can't possibly see a bottom. But if I'm following the chart, I want to understand that I do think a bottom is here. I do think that we are getting ready for calls. Because I'm going to tell you something that not only has affected me, but I probably has affected hundreds, millions of other stock traders and maybe affected you as well. How many times have you seen the S&P 500 fall or get weaker or start dropping, and then you guys start getting caught up in the hype a little bit? Caught up in the hype of people saying, oh guys, it's going to go down towards 410. It's going to go down to 405. It's going to go down to 400. The next dip buy is going to be in the 390s. You hear all this, you never get in. And next thing you know, the stock is now back up to 420. And before you know it, you missed out on the whole entire bounce play. And you're saying, why in the world did I miss out on this whole entire bounce play? And it really just comes on down to the pure fact that you just thought it was going to go lower and lower and lower and lower and lower and lower and lower. And that's the big issue. And that's why, again, I went after this and I posted over on my social media and I posted over in chat. I said that today I would love to see a bottom. Friday, we dropped down to 409. I think that's a gift. Now, being back at 413, I know over 50% of traders are expecting we go lower. I just don't want to be greedy and act like a rookie trader, always waiting and watching and waiting and watching and waiting and watching and miss the entire bounce. Let me tell you this right now, guys. Investors get rich by buying when everyone else is selling. Because when everyone else is saying, oh, it's going to go lower, it's going to go lower, it's going to go lower, that's when we want to get in on that bargain price. And investors get rich by selling when everyone else is buying. When everyone else sees, hey, you know what? We are all the way up at the tippity top. We're all the way at 460. Guys, get ready. We're going up to 500. Oh, I can't miss that. I'm going to buy. And now it's crashing all the way back down to 400. If you are always the last person on the trend, you will always come in last in the stock market. You will always and consistently be losing. Oh, we're at 460. Yeah, guess what? It's going to go up to 500. Okay, I'm going to buy at the tippity top. You buy at the tippity top, you're going to be getting that result of seeing this thing drop all the way back on down. Hey, Deck, we have just fallen from 460 down to 409. Yes, I'm sorry. I'm expecting a dip buy. I would rather be a person that's looking for a bounce play rather than hoping it's going to keep on falling. Now, yes, it definitely can keep on falling, but I'd rather, again, be looking towards the opposite side pretty soon here. How do I know when to buy? How do I know when to get in? How do I know when to actually be able to pull the trigger over on this play? Well, team, for that, what I would suggest you do is switch on over towards a 30-minute time frame. And over this 30-minute time frame, we have been able to make a very significant, strong downtrend. Now, I'm going to show you guys an example. I need every single person to watch this right now, okay? Let's go back to the last very big spike. And the last very big spike was back on October 6th, where we spiked from 420 and we shot all the way up to 430. And then we went from 430 and we shot all the way up to 437. So we went all the way from 420 all the way up to 437, about a $17 spike. What happened here? Let's go back to October 6th area, and that was this day right here. Notice we had this very nice climb, we had this very nice spike, we had this very nice move, and it lasted like 5 days. Now, does anyone remember how this happened? This whole entire spike happened here from a downtrend. So we have this old top, we connect this top to this top to this top, and you guys can see all we're going to do is continue to drag this out, continue to drag this out, and continue to drag this out. And let me turn it into a darker color so you guys can realize what has happened. You guys can see we have top resistance, we have top resistance, We have top resistance. We have top resistance. We have top resistance, top resistance. We have top resistance, top resistance. And then guess what happened? We broke it for a second, had a small little pullback, and then just exploded. When we broke this downtrend, am I right? When we broke this downtrend, we started exploding towards the upside because we are now doing something that we have not done in how many days? Let's count this out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. In 15 days, we were fading. We broke a downtrend that was holding for 3 weeks straight. 5 days per week in the stock market, 15 days, do the math, 15 divided by 5, 3. 3 weeks, and then guess what happened? Momentum shifted. So we can see how we all of a sudden went from 420, then started going up to 430, then started going all the way up to 436, and eventually got all the way up towards around 438, 439, before guess what happened now? Now, traders, you can see almost the same exact thing. Are we not on a new downtrend? Can you guys see a trend line here? Here's a top, and a trend line here, and here's a top, and a trend line here, and here's a top, and now look where we are right here. This is where we're at. We're at 413.40 with a downtrend that has been lasting now the past 10 days in a row. Here's kind of my drawn out, makes it very simple for you to be able to follow. You guys could see day 1. You guys could see day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, day 6, day 7, day 8, day 9, and today we are heading on to day 10. Now before, we had day 15 before. It's not like, oh, you always have to wait till day 15. We just really want to do what? We want to wait until we break this downtrend. I do not know if today is going to be the day we break that downtrend, and I'm not going to be taking any guesses. I'm not going to be taking any guesses whatsoever. I'm not going to say, hey, Deck, well, maybe it's going to bounce off that 411 mark and have a dip by here, and then you have this little like drop, and then maybe we have an inverse head and shoulders, because that's what I thought. We have an inverse head and shoulders. Inverse head and shoulders if we want to take a look at this play. So what we have here, this is a head and shoulders pattern. Left shoulder, a little bit higher is the head. Right shoulder lines up with the left shoulder. Then we fall. If we see an inverse head and shoulders, it's just a reversal of that. We drop on down towards the shoulder. We drop on down to the head, fall back down to the old shoulder price. Then we spike on up. If I take a look over on this chart, here's a shoulder, bounce on up. Here's the head. If we have a shoulder that bounces off this line, that's great, because if we start moving ourselves on up, that would give us our possible entry. But I'm not going to buy right at this blue line. Let's see what happens, because you already can figure this out. All right, Deck, so really all it comes on down to is if it's underneath this line, if it's underneath this purple line, we're bearish. Correct. If we break above this line, we're looking for the same thing that happened on the last downtrend, a multi-day rally. 100%. Absolutely beautiful. Absolutely great. So underneath the purple line, bearish. Above the purple line, bullish. Easy as that. Simple, straightforward. Now there's no guessing. Now guess what? We may hit the line, we may fall, we may hit the line, we may fall, we may hit the line, we may fall, we may hit the line, we may fall. But if today all of a sudden we start fading and falling, and we hit this blue line and we start bouncing back on up, we could say to ourselves, okay, inverse head and shoulders pattern, that's giving us a little bit of bullishness. And then we start getting up to this purple line and we're watching, we know there's a lot of rejection area, and then we can finish a 30-minute time frame above this candle. Hey, I think we have room to run. I think we have room to rip. I think there's a lot of room to climb. I think there's a lot of room to be able to spike and take on all. So that's the game plan on today. It looks like we've gotten to that point in time. It looks like we have gotten to that point where traders are saying, hey, Deck, it's go time, baby. S&P 500 obviously looking to make the move. S&P 500 already starting to squeeze its way on up. And notice what has happened. When we take a look over on the stock, where has this action been? Where has this momentum been? Well, it's all because we've done something big. And we have broken through that 30-minute time frame. We have broken through this downtrend. We have broken through, and now from this point on, we should be able to keep pushing ourselves all the way on up. The next dip buy or bounce play would be at like 1475. As long as we stay above that area, we are considered bullish. Can we get a little dip buy and then basically have that November 1st strike price? Let it just be able to build. Let it be able to do its thing. This is dip buy opportunities at this point. I would like to probably do a 415 strike price, 5 contracts, but I got to see a little bit of a dip, like 414.80s. There we go. Guys, I'm getting filled. I just got filled right here. Looking for this one to be able to get its nice move and get its nice rip and run. So if you're saying, Deck, what was your contracts? I am in 5 contracts. November 1st. 415 strike price on the call side. So that is where I'm in right now. I would like to hold this as long as I can. I would like to hold this the rest of today. I would like to hold this overnight tonight. I would like to sell it tomorrow. Tomorrow is when I would like to sell it. I don't want to hold it until, all the way through tomorrow. I do not want to hold it until Wednesday. I do not want that at all. But seeing that we have now gone from bearishness to now bullishness, I personally would like to hold this for a move up towards maybe 415, 416 today, gap up towards like 417, morning spike tomorrow to 419. Like that would be my perfect game plan. If we fell underneath the purple line, if we fell underneath the VWAP, I would be 100% out. So basically, team, I just want to explain this even in more detail for anyone that may have any sort of confusion. What I would say is when I take a look at this play, I think we have all of this room to be able to have as profit. That's what I see as profit. I see that we just came down from this tippity top. Yes, we're not going to spike all the way up here today, right? Obviously, we're not going to do that, and we're not going to do it tomorrow either. But I'm saying we have all this opportunity to be able to go up. My stop loss would be if we came right here. So if we have all this opportunity to go on up, and I have this much opportunity to fall, I'm keeping my loss very small, and I'm keeping my potential win very big. So my loss is here. My win is all the way up here. I think there is opportunity to be able to make money after we have now broken from one side to the other after the last 10 times of trading. And what I was looking for before is just the pure fact where we are breaking from the bearish side to the bullish side. Rejection, 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 and we just had our first true breakout. Our first true break where we have now just gone from the pink and now we have gone into the blue. And that's what we are looking for. Let's see what's going to be coming up over the next, again, 5, 10, 15 minutes. Let's see if we can get the pop back above 416, finish off this day strong. See if we can rip and run that 416 area. We want that little pop and explosion squeeze on up here in the final last little bit. 416.01s. Watch the ask, guys. Let's have some fun here. Guys, everyone, let's have some fun. 416.01s is what we're looking for. Ask is at 416.01. 416.01. We basically want the ask to push back. We want the ask to basically start giving way. We want the ask to start again getting that move towards the back. So we want that. We want that ass to back on up. You know what I'm saying? Don't drop that dun. Hey, don't drop that. Come on, currently up 315 bucks. I think when this thing breaks, we might get a very big green candle right here over on this 416. If we can break 416, we're gonna rip. Nobody touch anything. Everyone stick your hands up right here. Stick your hands up. No one touch anything. Sit back at the moment, baby. S&P 500, no one touch anything. Put your fucking hands down. Everyone relax. Everyone relax. Everyone stay calm. Everyone just stay calm. Everyone just stay calm. Come on, give us that pop and rip and run. Currently up 312. Oh, baby, let's go. Here we go. Let's get that green candle, guys. Let's get that green candle here, baby. Let's see this thing try to squeeze. Currently up 372 hairs. We do have a little upper shadow. Makes me a little nervous. Nice spike. Nice little pop. I want to see a break back above 416.15 soon. If we don't get back above 416.15, I'm going to take my gains. Ooh, little pullback. Little pullback right there. If we don't pop in the next minute, I'm going to take my profits, guys. Still sitting in the 416.20s. Guys, I'm taking it. I'm getting out. Ladies and gentlemen, locking out, taking my gains right here, being a smart trader, walking away $360 in profit off of a $1,300 investment.